Hi guys, welcome back to another video. As you know, my name is Patria. Today is DJ's graduation. I'll be showing you what will be taking place. Please remember to give me a thumbs up. Please share the video, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Thank you. Say hi to the vlog, Joey. Say hi. Brother is graduating today. Big up yourself, my son. Proud of you. Mwah, love you. Good job.
To your castle's graduation 2026, on behalf of the Board of Management and the principal, staff, teachers, and all those who are gathered here, I extend a very hearty welcome to the graduating classes. And this is your day, this is your time. This is for you, this is in honor of you, in honor of all that you have done, If you look at your program, you will see that we want to say special welcome to our guest speaker, Dr. Morris Smith, and to our Regional Education Director, Ms. Degree, and to Ms. Lee, our Member of Parliament.
And turn to your parents and say thank you. Can you tell your teachers thank you? And can everybody just put your hands together and give them a round of applause? Thank you. You may be seated. You really look good. Every time I come to your graduation, I really took your course's graduation. I have to comment on your gowns. You look so golden, so royal, so rich. And so in commending you, I also want to congratulate you on this milestone. It is significant, and I know your parents will agree. You students would have undergone in your 5 years at York Castle High School some situations in the environment which caused you to prove that you are lions. And I know that your mascot is the eagle. But today I want to acknowledge you as lions. What is the sound that the lions make? They roar. Yes. We're going to roar a little bit from now. But in roaring, I just wanted to use the acronym ROAR to describe you in terms of what comes to mind. You are resilient. You're a very resilient batch. You would have shown that you have the ability to bounce back from any difficult situation. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that you overcame COVID-19, Hurricane Beryl. Before that, online learning, you mastered it. And you also would have shown Hurricane Melissa that you are a big deal. Yes, put your hands together for them. So that and they're always out there on top. You adapt to any situation and you come out masterfully. Skills, youth, and information. And as I commend you and congratulate you on this milestone as you depart the York Castle High School. I think your parents think that is a fenke roar. That kind of lion in the jungle would get eaten by even a snake. So after 3, 1, 2, 3. A little better. Thank you so much. Every blessing. God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Green. Thank you very much. And you are the class that has endured COVID. You are the class that has endured 2 hurricanes. You are the class that are called upon to continue to not only to endure but to overachieve as you go out into the world of work and life. Do what you have to do and do it well. And so we invite Dr. Darren Johnson on behalf of Mr. Lee to come and to speak to us.
Master of Ceremonies, Reverend Ernest Bilal, the Chairman and here today. Members of the board, Mr. Carter Smith, Principal, Mr. Raymond Treasure, Vice Principal, Mrs. Morgan, Mrs. Edwards, and our guest speaker, Dr. Maurice Smith, dedicated members of staff, parents, guardians, and family, honored guests, and graduating class of 2026. Oh, Mr. Dr. Cummins. Dr. Cummins. Oh. Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to bring you greetings on this significant day from the Honorable Crystal Lee, Member of Parliament for North West St. Anne and State Minister in the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The Minister sends her sincere congratulations, along with her regret that she could not be present in person. The success of our young people is among the things she values most, and she did not wish this milestone to pass without a word to you. I also bring apologies on behalf of Councillor Kim Brown-Lawrence, Councillor for the Brownstown Division, who could not be present owing to pressing work commitments. She asks to extend her warm congratulations to the graduates and to assure you of her continued support for the development of our young people. The minister has asked to share this with you, your theme, legacy, resilience, and renewal, and it could not be more fitting. York Castle is an institution of proud heritage and high standing, and that legacy now rests upon your shoulders as well. Carry with resilience to rise each time life knocks you down, and with the spirit of renewal that allows you to begin again wiser and stronger. The faith, the discipline, and the standard of excellence this school represents are now yours to carry into the wider world. She leaves with you a simple but lasting charge. Whatever heights you attain in life, remember that it is God who grants the strength and the opportunity. So give him the honor and keep him near. And however far you rise, remain humble. It is not the loudest who endure, but those who labor quietly, who respect others, and who reach back to lift the ones coming out behind. Before I close, the minister wishes to mark excellence in a fitting way, and so through this office, it is her pleasure to present a laptop computer to the top performing student of 5th form and trophies to the top performing students of 6th form. To each of you, these are tokens of recognition for the standard you have set and a charge to keep reaching higher. Congratulations to you all. Those are her words to you on her behalf. I salute the class of 2026. Go forward with confidence, serve with integrity, and let your light shine for St. Anne and for Jamaica. God bless you and congratulations.
What is your why? Remember that question. Good afternoon to the Board of Management, Principal Mr. Raymond Treasure, Vice Principal Mrs. Morgan Williams, Mrs. Edwards, distinguished guests, proud parents, and most importantly, the 150th year group, the graduating class of 2026. When people are sitting here today, the only thing they see is graduates. They see white shirts, they see awards, they see success, but they did not see the journey. They did not see the grade 7 online classes where it was always, Miss, my internet is not working. Miss, my mic is not working. And meanwhile, some people were eating full course lunches during class. They did not see us finally meeting each other in October 2021. Confused, lost, trying to figure figure out where anything was or how anything works. They did not see York assistants nearly taking us out after devotion every Monday morning. They did not see the long lunch lines, the calculator tricks, spirit week chaos, football matches, laughter and corridors, and everything in between, until this place started to feel like a second home. And when you really sit and think about it, you think you take, why? With their graduation line up? No! It takes a while. So I bring it back to that same question. What is your why? Not just what got you here, but what kept you going. What made you stay up when your eyes were closing? What made you push through when your mind was tired? What made you still show up when giving up felt easier? Because everybody has a why. Something or someone that keeps it going. For some of us, it was mommy cooking for us even when she was tired. For some, it was daddy working tirelessly just to make sure everything was paid for. For some, it was grandpa praying and reminding us that we are strong than we think and the world is ours. And for some, it was a dream. Something deep inside you that refuses to let you settle. So I ask again, and I need to really hear it this time. What is your why?
The journey of 1,000 miles all begins with one step. But clearly we know that whoever said that never went to your class where each journey started off with a flight of stairs. Allow me to adopt the protocols already established by our masters of ceremony and simply say, good afternoon. The graduating class of 2026, to which it is both an honor and a distinct privilege to speak on behalf of, is a dynamic group of individuals, yet somehow we are all alive, with a collective drive for excellence. Excellence, by definition, is the state of quality of being excelling, exceedingly good, extreme merit, or superiority. You see, excellence has been something that the members of the class of 2026 have not stumbled into. It has been important decisions individually made that have combined into this.
Thank you. Give them another round of applause, please. We will ask you to be quiet and to listen up and to give careful attention to the principal's report. We want to thank him for his visionary leadership, always seeking to help to transform and be transformative in a world that is fast changing, and to help us all, especially those of us who are connected with the school, to be always relevant to the 21st century. And so thank you, Mr. Treasurer, for all that you do here. And we know sometimes it is not easy, one way or the other, all sorts of things happen, but we are here to support you and we are here to help at all the time, in all times, for the sake of the children and all who attend and work. And so please give a round of applause to Mr. Treasurer as he comes.
Good afternoon to you all, parents, students, friends all. Good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon. Academic year 2025 to 2026 will go down in history as one of the most challenging, yet one of the most defining in the life of the York Castle High School. Now, as we celebrate our 150th anniversary, we are reminded that the history of this institution has never been one of comfort, but one of resilience, perseverance, and renewal. The truth is, this institution was closed up to 4 times before it landed here in Egypt. So we know that our life, our existence as an institution is all about resilience, perseverance, and renewal. Hurricane Melissa, which made landfall in October 2025, left a trail of destruction across our campus, damaging several buildings and disrupting the effective delivery of teaching and learning. Facilities that took years to build were severely affected. Yet, this is a school that has weathered many storms from its humble beginnings on the York Castle estate in 1876 under the leadership of Reverend Dr. Andrew Hessen. York Castle has remained a fortress of learning and a beacon of hope for St. Anne and beyond. While buildings may have been damaged, the spirit of York Castle remains unbroken. We began the school year with an enrollment of 1,310 students, supported by 81 teachers, administrative staff, ancillary and canteen staff. Our focus was clear: educational excellence and financial reform. We were fortunate to begin the year with every teaching post filled, allowing us to implement the Ministry of Education's targeted approach to this degree to improve achievement in the core subjects. Instructional time and resources were prioritized for English language and mathematics, while grade 9 students were guided to focus on the 8 subjects they intended to pursue at the CSEC level. By January, these interventions had already produced measurable improvements in student performance, demonstrating that strategic planning and committed teachers can overcome even the most difficult circumstances. With a very determined education officer, Mr. Green, who would not relent even when she faced the stubborn principal. We remain focused. We remain very focused. The results by January, February were quite phenomenal.
Vice Principals, Mrs. Morgan Williams and Mrs. Brown. distinguished guests, and well-wishers, good afternoon. It is my great honor to introduce our guest speaker for today's graduation ceremony, Dr. Maurice Smith, Justice of the Peace and Commonwealth Professional Fellow in Education. A man whose story reflects vision, determination, the transformative power of education, and the pursuit of excellence. Dr. Smith's journey began with professional training at Michael University College, and from there, he went on to earn undergraduate and graduate degrees with honors from Northern Caribbean University and Nova Southeastern University. As a Jamaican Fulbright Scholar, he continued to build on that foundation, later earning a Doctor of Education with high commendation in educational leadership and policy from Howard University. And he is currently completing a Doctor of Theology at Anderson Theological Seminary. His story is also one of leadership and service. Dr. Smith is credited with establishing Belmont Academy, Jamaica's first Center of Excellence, and he later served as Principal Director of the National College for Educational Leadership before being appointed Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information. His expertise has taken him beyond Jamaica as well, where he has served as an educational consultant to the World Bank, UNESCO, and the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, advising governments across Latin America, the Caribbean, and the Middle East. Today, Dr. Smith serves as University Registrar and Chief Administrative Officer of the University of the West Indies, providing leadership to an institution that serves nearly 50,000 students across 5 campuses in 17 Caribbean countries. Along the way, he has also become an accomplished author, certified performance coach, Commonwealth Professional Fellow in Education, motivational speaker, and Justice of the Peace for the Parish of Kingston. His exceptional service to education has been recognized through numerous prestigious awards, including the Governor General's Achievement Award and the Prime Minister's Medal of Appreciation for Service to Education. Students, today's ceremony celebrates achievement, perseverance, and the limitless possibilities that come from hard work. We could not have a more fitting speaker to inspire us as we reflect on our accomplishments and look toward our future. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride and pleasure that I ask you to join me in giving a warm and enthusiastic welcome to our very own past head boy and guest speaker, Dr. Maurice Smith.
Thank you very much. So, Chairperson, members of the Board of Management, distinguished principal, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the platform in the audience, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, all, good afternoon. It's been remiss of me to stand here and not publicly acknowledge my teachers who would have had a hand in shaping me. For fear of getting myself in trouble, I will not call any names because admittedly I did see some and speak with them prior to the start of the ceremony. And per adventure, there are others that I had not had the opportunity to see and greet. And it's just best I'm not calling names. But I must hasten to acknowledge childhood friend of mine journeyed with me today. She is an alumna of your class also. Mrs. Patrice Davis Harvey started with the audience, and then I had the pleasure of seeing my classmate, Mr. Dwayne Lawrence. We shared classrooms here at YCC. Dwayne? Great, great. Good to see you. You have asked me to talk with you briefly about the theme legacy, resilience, and renewal. Interestingly, the institution is 150 years, and that number has several denotations, one of which has to do with transition. And young people who are donned in your gold and your black, I really want you to lend me your ears. And I apologize for all that we've said before. We have taken up your time. You know that the most important thing today is for you to get your certificates, and you're eager to come on the stage. I just give me a few minutes and I promise you I'll get out of your way. You are transitioning out of this institution. And the truth be told, many of your parents are happy. In fact, they're down for you to get out of their houses as well. They have paid your school fee. They have fed you. And some of you eat more than they're able to provide. So there is excitement in their hearts because you're moving on, up and elsewhere. And so today is a period of transitioning. Now, 33 years ago I sat where you now sit. When we did the common entrance exam, as it was called then, people, those of us who were successful had our names published in the paper. And when it was time for that, everybody in the community was looking out, because if it is that your name was not published, you knew you didn't do well. And those of us that were of particular gifting were sent to this place. And I remember the first time I came on a bus to come to Brownstown, 20 miles from St. Anthony. I had never gone on a bus so far. And I remember the day when we were coming, I saw the moon. The morning about 8:30, I saw the moon as I got to Mount Pleasant, and I said to my mother, is the moon? I asked her whether or not the moon was following us. Now, I know I'm not the only one who thought that. We had a black and white television at home, and we had to hit the side of the television for the picture to come up. Now, you know people who don't know that flat screen televisions and other devices, but those of us my age and older, we remember when TV signed out. My father, who was living and working in St. Anne's in the Tower High, he very often, when I would go to him to get money to come to school, he would just give me sufficient money to get back home. And I remember very well when I got to his place of employ, he was there showing up to his friends that, look, my son's name is in the paper. And so I was very ecstatic because I knew, or so I thought, that certainly at that point, I was going to get additional money to come to school. But interestingly, he gave me only what I needed to come back home. A few years ago when he died, I was happy. I was in the Middle East and somebody called to say that my father had died. And I said, good, because I have a legitimate reason not to attend the funeral. Interestingly, they held it until I got back. When I went to the funeral and I listened to everything that they had to say about my father, I deduced that I was in the wrong place. Because one of the comments made was that he took care of his children. And I figured this could not have been the person I knew, and so I just got up, bowed my head, and exited the stage, the auditorium, and went home, much to the annoyance of my mother. And as old as I am, I have never once heard my mother say anything bad about my father. I remember coming to Brownstown. In fact, we had started doing the book, The Hurricane, Andrew Sandy, and my literature teacher is here. She was my form teacher. We both arrived at the institution September 1988. We got $8 to come to school. That's all my mother could afford. $2 to pay my bus fare here, $2 for a patty, $1 for a cocoa bread, and $2 back. And when my classmates, Dwayne and others were having rice and peas and chicken, I couldn't, because I couldn't afford it. But interestingly, before I get to that, at the end of the day, in fact, many days we would save our money. We had some difficulty with the lunch downstairs. And we would save our money, we would go to Crazy Pea, and Spicy Nice, and Harding. And we would sneak and go in because it was against the rules of the institution to go into business spaces while being run for. It was forbidden for us to eat on the street. The first time I got a pair of pants for myself was when I was in grade 10. All the others I had were worn by my two brothers, who were also students of this institution. But in fact, many a day when we got here, students, we were late. And one of the things that a certain teacher seemingly had pleasure doing, he would cane us. And he would always have this smile on his face while he's caning us. And then there were other days when we had to pick chance. Again, you young people, you don't know what those things are. Our assembly was on the terrace, Mr. Johnson. I remember one day he called and said that there was a cow that was giving birth and the calf was in breach. And so he called me and said he wanted me to put my hand in the glove and to turn the calf. And I had never gone near a cow, let alone do it. And I said, sir, Mr. So-and-so, you know, that calf, that cow, we're not get together because I'm not doing that. I remember on another day when we had to pluck chickens. Young people don't know. And I swear all of those chickens knew they were going to die. And so they were fluttering all over the place. I'm saying all of that because those things made me who I am today. One of the things that we had to do, we had to learn how to speak. We had to learn how to articulate. We had to learn how to be assertive without being rude and disrespectful. And I want to point that out to you young people because these are the days when many of us don't understand what respect really is. There's a line of demarcation between an adult and a child. And there are some values that we were taught here at school that still stand with me today. The first time I went to Kingston, I went, in fact, when it was time to do CXC, I really never got to do it because my mother was unable to pay the fees. And I remember the day in October when it was time for fees to be paid, and I was missing in action because I had not had the funds. And someone from BNS Brownstown came up to the principal at Mr. Carl Brown Daughters School and said they wanted to support a poor student. And some smart teacher came down to the block and called. It was the first time I knew that I was poor. Because although we were lacking, although we were poor, we would grow with a certain grace. We would grow with a certain level of discipline and decorum. We had to walk a certain way. We had to carry ourselves a certain way. We had to speak a certain way. We had to deliver ourselves in a certain manner because those were the values that the institution taught. Can you imagine my shock when I got to Kingston for the first time and saw a particular individual who were I to call the person's name. All of you in here would know the individual. And as we sat in a meeting, the individual crossed her legs and started picking her toenails in a meeting. My mother and my grandmother, who were poor, would have had a fit because there were things that we would never imagine doing because of the manner in which we were grown, the manner in which we were taught. say to you, young people, that that is the benefit, that is the blessing of this institution. When you shall have left here and you go elsewhere, wherever that elsewhere is, let no one look down on you. You are not less than anybody. Nobody is better than you. You are smart, you are bright, you are gifted, you are talented, you are a Yorkist. And that's the value of the legacy that you have been entrusted. The legacy is, what are the values that define you? What distinguishes you from everybody else? What impact shall you have on your space when you shall have left? There is a reason your mother and your father had you. It is not the function of creating population. There's purpose on your life. There is something that you were created to do that only you can do. And if you don't do it, it will not get done. And that's why you could not have been aborted. That is why you could not have died. That is why we're here today. Because there's purpose in you. There's more than better. Look at yourself and understand that there is a purpose on you. There's a mission inside of you. There's a gifting inside of you. There's a calling that's on your life. And you shall live because purpose cannot die. This institution has gone through a lot, and so have you. We have rehearsed some of those things. And there is change. There will always be changes. You cannot avoid change.
Thank you. Invite our deputy head boy to come.
Good afternoon, everyone. Your education is a dress rehearsal for a life that's yours to lead. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams and make them reality. 11 more students, please stand.
We're at the end of the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for always supporting. See you in the next video, guys. Bye.